You're looking live at the White House, where the president and first lady are in isolation right now after announcing they have tested positive for coronavirus. All morning, we are following the developing questions after that stunning news rocking the presidency and the state of the race with just 32 days until the final votes, George.
All started out with that tweet at 12:54 a.m. from the president saying he tested positive along with the first lady. Let's go back to the chief White House correspondent, Jon Karl, and what we know right now. Good morning, John.
George, it's just a stunning development, as you mentioned, announced by the president himself a little before 1 a.m. In that tweet, he said, "The First Lady and I tested positive for COVID-19. We will begin our quarantine and recovery process immediately. We will get through this together." The White House doctor shortly after that released a statement saying both were, quote, well at this time. He did not reveal if they were experiencing any symptoms, adding they plan to remain at home within the White House during their convalescence. And rest assured, I expect the president to continue carrying out his duties without disruption while recovering. But, George, there are more questions than answers right now. Questions like who else was exposed in the West Wing? Will the president's senior advisors and the vice president also go into quarantine? We are awaiting those answers. I have called, as you can imagine, everybody on that senior staff to get those answers and also more details about the president's condition and how he's feeling.
Yeah, there is just so much we do not know right now. But meantime, John, millions of people have already voted in this election. Millions of people will continue to vote today, tomorrow, and the coming days between now and November 3rd. But the campaign itself, at least right now, in suspended animation.
The campaign is totally frozen in time, and the president had a very crowded schedule of campaign events over the coming days, including an event that was supposed to happen tonight in Florida, 5 other events in the coming days already on the calendar. Those obviously are thrown into doubt. Hard to see those happening. And also the presidential debates. We're supposed to have 2 more debates. We're supposed to have a vice presidential debate. Will those go on? Obviously, all of that uncertain. And if you think about it, the standard period of time for self-isolation, 10 days to 14 days, if everything goes perfectly well and the president thoroughly recovers and recovers immediately, that's half of the campaign. That's half of the time between now and the election.
And the Supreme Court, we talked about this with Mary Bruce a little bit as well, was also on the fastest of fast tracks. If people involved in that process have to isolate or quarantine, what happens there?
Well, and think about it. The announcement was over the weekend of Amy Coney Barrett. It was at the White House. It was in the Rose Garden. Go back and look at those pictures. The people who include a whole bunch of Republican senators, the senators that would be conducting the hearings, that would be debating and voting on the nomination, they were there. They were there shoulder to shoulder, almost none of them wearing masks.
Jon Karl, thanks very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.